Good evening, everyone, and welcome back for more Solo Crisis League. We are continuing our Season 3 Round 2 setup of Heroes Unite plus Crisis 1. If you saw my last video, we talked about what characters we were going to choose this week. Yesterday I did Crisis 1 Woman. Tonight we are doing Green Arrow. I don't think I've ever actually played Green Arrow before. So what's his ability? Once during each of your turns, you may discard a punch card. If you do, you pay 2 less to defeat villains and supervillains this turn. That is going to be pretty useful. Now I start with 7 punch cards. I think I'm going to bring that down to at least 5, maybe closer to 3 to 4 area, and then we should never pay full price for a villain again, at least the whole game. That's my game plan going in, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to destroy our 3 vulnerabilities as quick as can be, and then work on destroying 2 more punches, and then we'll just see how the rest of the game goes to see how many more we want to get rid of. If 5 ends up being too many, might bring it down a little lower, like 3 or so. So, we're going to start with Arkham Breakout in play. When a villain with an attack leaves the lineup, treat it as if it were a first appearance attack against all players. So, I'm all players. That's me. Each player must... that one does have a special rule for solo play, and I believe it's just discard 5 cards with different names. Let's just double check that. At the start of your turn, discard your hand. Remove this crisis if each of those cards has a different name. That's what we have to do. And then there is Ghul, and his stack on going ability makes it so that if I don't buy a card from the lineup, I have to add another card to the lineup. So if I buy a kick during my turn, for instance, I have to add 1 card for the new turn and also 1 card for not buying a card from the lineup. So that's how he's going to work. Let's get our first couple cards out here and let's just get started. Dead Man right off the bat. Okay. I really like the Dead Man card. I like destroying it and bringing it back and all that fun stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just go ahead and go full Dead Man to destroy 3 vulnerabilities. Can we afford it? We cannot. We cannot. So I can what? I can pay 2 once during each of your turns. You may discard a punch card. If you do, you pay 2 less to defeat villains and supervillains. So we're going to discard this punch card. Getting 2 power. 3 power to get rid of Mr. Zaz. And he has an attack which reads, each foe reveals the top card of his deck. If its cost is odd, that player gains a weakness. Well, 0 is an even number, at least by most people's assessment, so that's not going to be a problem. So we already used Green Arrow's ability right on the very first turn, so I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a few good cards out there, but we are going to get Dead Man right away. When you buy or gain this card, you may destroy the 2 cards in your hand or discard pile. We're going to destroy 2 vulnerabilities right away. So in the second turn of the game, we have 1 vulnerability left. That's it. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's go ahead. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to use that. Yeah, we'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get Animal Man. And get 1 more card out here for our next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of that I had to shuffle again. Apparently I destroyed enough cards that I actually had less than 10 cards, which is very possible considering the rate at which I was destroying those because of Dead Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how are we doing? We've got 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? We're going to spend this punch, discard it, to get 2 off of the fleas, making him only 5 instead of 7, and he is gone. New card comes out. Man, lots of villains right away. 2, 3, 4, 5. I did feel like yesterday's game was a little villain light. So we're going to play Animal Man first. Plus 2 power and choose a card type. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it has that card type, draw it. I'm going to say it's a starter card. Starter card? Here we go. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I spend this, it's 2 off all villains. So let's do that. So 5, And then he would only cost 1, so that's 4 left over. And he would only cost 3, so we're going to do that, yeah. Each foe puts a location he controls into the discard pile. If none do, draw a card. Well, the game doesn't draw a card, so that's not going to happen. So I don't think I've really bought any cards, right? Yeah, I've really just bought Dead Man and Animal Man. And we've managed to get this far, so I'm okay with that. Just keep using Green Arrow's ability, which I really like. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. And my microphone's way over there. Can you even hear me? Have you heard me all night? It's been really quiet, I'm sure. Let's just fix that. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. That's better. You can probably hear me now much better. Maybe too better. Let's put that back a little. There we go. All right, sorry about that. That's my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we got? We have Dead Man for 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to get Hero of the Future and Flight. Those two together are pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the Flight card in general, but with Hero of the Future, I'll make an exception. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to say 2, and we're going to say this next card is a starter. Let's shuffle this up and see what we got. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And that one right there. Split it one more time. Are you a starter? You are not, so will you leave it there? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. With that 5, we're going to get Quiver of Arrows. You know what? We'll get Plastic Man. And yeah, we'll get 1 Quiver of Arrows. We won't get both of them, just the one. Ooh, Princess Warrior. Early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's really cool is we're playing Crisis 1 with the Heroes Unite base set. Heroes Unite is easily one of the strongest base sets. It is probably the strongest, honestly, not one of the strongest. It is the strongest base set. And with that, it comes with, well, Crisis 2 comes with Immortal Villain as your first Crisis, which makes all cards that cost 6 or greater that come out get destroyed. So you never see these strong cards early in the game. I had really good luck yesterday with the Mind Control hat coming out in like the first or second turn, getting that very early, and then using that with Plastic Man over and over and over again to just fill up my hand of pretty much all of my cards. I think I played my entire deck more times last night than any other single game I've ever played. We're going to have a similar situation of Warrior Princess, hopefully. So let's see how that goes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to get Warrior Princess. Man, we still haven't been able to get rid of Arkham Breakout because I haven't had a hand with 5 unique cards. I haven't had that because I spent my entire first couple turns just getting rid of villains. Very effectively getting rid of villains, I'll add. But didn't quite meet the requirements to get rid of Arkham Breakout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Quiver of Arrows. Let's look at this card. And I may discard it. We will discard that vulnerability. We'll discard the 1 vulnerability, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to discard this to get 2 off of Manhunter. So that's only going to cost me 1, which leaves me with 3 power, which I will buy a kick with. New card coming out. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this bow staff with Green Arrow's ability is going to be a nice combination if I can make it work. Still don't have what I need to beat Arkham Breakout. Remember, I need 5 cards with different names. 4 of these are punches. Not going to cut it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets us bow staff. New card coming out. Another Dead Man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta shuffle it up. Might not buy Dead Man this turn, just so we can buy him when we have a discard pile. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow, that is a stacked deck of all different cards, right? Yep, we're just going to discard this. This would be my strongest hand easily, but we're going to discard the whole thing to get rid of Arkham Breakout. Now, because we did that, we don't buy anything, and Ra's al Ghul's ability triggers to put 2 cards into the lineup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's look at the top card of our deck. We may discard it. Yeah, we'll discard that. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to discard this punch to get 2 off villains. that 7 is going to say become 9 towards Ra's al Ghul, and he is gone. Very early. Very quick. This is a very nice, quick scenario, and I'm liking it. All right, new card coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing? Do we have a defense card? We do. Our only defense card is in our hand, so that's good. New crisis is Dimension Shift. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, 3. All cards in the lineup cost 2 more to buy. To beat, each player reveals the top card of his deck. If any player reveals a card of cost exactly 2, remove this crisis. I do usually have troubles with this one, so let's see how that goes. Then we have our new villain, and it is Parallax. Each player reveals his hand and discards all cards of cost 3 or less. We're going to defend against that with Flight. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. Okay, so we discard it. If you do, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. So we're going to put a card that costs 2 on top of our deck. Do we have any? We don't have any except for Flight. Can Flight... You may discard this card to avoid an attack. Okay, so I do that. And then if you do, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. I think I can. I'm going to just double check the rules on that, but I'm pretty sure I can. Ba-ba-bum-ba-dum-bum. Flight, Flight, Flight. Oh man, there is no Flight in here. There it is. You may put the Flight you discarded to avoid the attack on top of your deck if you wish. The discard happens first, and then the reward happens afterwards. So, we can, in fact, put Flight on top of our deck, which costs 2. So if we can get rid of Black Lantern Corps, we can get rid of Dimension Shift very easily. But I don't think we can with this hand. I just don't think we can. Now, what about... Can I beat it when there is no villain? Most crisis cards require players to participate, blah, blah, blah. See, there's 4 different crisis games. They all are slightly different, so sometimes I have to check how this one in particular will work. Suppose a player has ended their turn, drawn a new hand 5 cards, the next time you may attempt, blah, blah, blah. It's a good idea to discuss, blah, 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 blah. To help beat a crisis. You cannot attempt to beat a crisis while there are villains in the lineup. Okay, so we cannot attempt to beat it while there are villains in the lineup. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, and a vulnerability. We're going to go ahead and buy a kick for that. He's not in the lineup, so we don't have to pay the 2 extra for it. Ooh, a new villain up there. Yikes. They all cost 2 more, so that's kind of dangerous. So that my green arrow ability is pretty much nullifying itself right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How we doing? That's a good hand. Look at the top card. Choose a card type. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it has that card type, draw it. We're going to say starter. Oh, it was a hero. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you play or have played Starbolt this turn, I have not, so that's not going to happen. 6. This isn't going to do anything. But we've got Punch to take 2 off villains. We're going to discard it, making this 4, and then plus 2 because of Dimension Shift for the full 6. It is gone. Yikes, got something dropped. Keep dropping cards. New card comes out. Alright, new Plastic Man. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, something that was funny about yesterday's game is I didn't see very many lantern rings, and that is usually a huge aspect of a Crisis game, of a Heroes Unite game. So, Quiver of Arrows. We may discard this card. We will. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to discard this to get 2 off villains. So that's 7. He only costs 5. So leaves us with 2, which isn't going to afford anything because everything costs 2 extra. Since there's no villains, how are we doing here? I think my only 2 cost card is actually in my discard pile right now. It is, so that's not going to help. We need to find a way to get that flight card on top of my deck. That's what we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just going to check out my discard pile real quick. See, I want to buy Dead Man, but I want to buy it when I have access to the vulnerability. I've got 1 vulnerability left, so we're not going to buy that yet. So that's 7. Everything costs 2 more, so let's just say I have 5. With that 5, maybe another Animal Man would be best. Or you know what? Canary Cry for being a defense card and a draw card. That's pretty good. There are no 2 cost cards out there, unfortunately. New villain. That's okay. We got the punches and stuff we're going to need to help get rid of him. Pretty much discarding a punch disregards the dimension shift on villains. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2, discard a punch. 3, 4, 5. So Parasite's gone. And since he's gone, let's try and beat Dimension Shift. Reveals the top card. Nope, does not cost exactly 2, so it stays there. New card comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Look at the top card. I may discard it. We're going to discard it. Then we're going to do Plastic Man again. Look at the top card. We may discard it. Nope, we're going to leave it there. Because now there's no villains out there, we're going to attempt to beat this crisis. Reveal the top card of your deck. If any player reveals a card of cost exactly 2, remove this crisis. So, Quiver of Arrows actually helped us. It happened eventually, right? Alright, I can draw a card. And 2, we're going to say Hero. It's a starter. 3, so we're at 1, 2, 3 power. 1, 2, 3. I guess 4 power. Do we want to buy Dead Man yet? Yeah, we'll buy Dead Man so that I can destroy this vulnerability, and we'll destroy 1 punch. Just 1 punch. Start whittling those down. Like I said, I only want like about 5. Just 5 will do it, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so my plan is, like I said, I have 7 punch cards, well now 6 because I destroyed 1. If I get down to 5, I'll be able to use Green Arrow's ability pretty often without my deck being flooded with, 3 punches in one hand. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll discard this punch to make villains 2 less. So we'll get rid of Manhunter for 1 cost, leaving us with 5. And with that 5, we'll go ahead and buy Helmet of Fate. I already have Hero of the Future, so let's go ahead and fill up some defense cards. Why not? Get rid of them. I do want to destroy one of my dead men. My dead mans? Sure, one of my dead mans. So that we can get it back with John Constantine's trench coat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Signature trench coat, it's called. Alright, well, Bow Staff, you're going to be worth 3. Quiver of Arrows, look at this. We may discard it. We will not. So that's 3 power. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Discard this punch to make 2 less on villains. So he's only going to cost 5, leaving me with 3 power. We'll get another Plastic Man. That's what we're going to do. New card coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3. We will copy a... Let's see, we can copy a... whatchamacallit? An equipment. We're going to copy Helmet of Fate. Choose an equipment in your discard pile that you have played this turn. Plastic Man gains the game text of the card this turn. So it's a defense card now, because it has defense as that game text. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I wish I could discard this to make it 11, 12 for Parallax, but he's 13. So 10, 11. What do we want to do with that 11? Well, that's our first chance to make a really strong hand. Let's go ahead and get Winged Warrior. I do like that one. And I still have 5 left over. We'll go ahead and get Power of the Green. Because I do plan on getting locations. I like locations. They don't fill up my deck. Hey, House of Mystery is one of my favorites. Perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, how are we doing here? We can draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to get House of Mystery. And we're not going to do anything with that remaining 3 power. There's Batarang. Alright, so again, this is for the Solo Crisis League. If you're not aware of that, you should check it out. We take this win-lose game of the Crisis expansions of the DC deck building game, and we rank you based on how well you did. Check it out. There's links below. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Want to get rid of Parallax, but I haven't had a really strong hand yet. Not enough to get rid of him, at least. 13 power is pretty expensive for the second villain of the game. 2, 3, 4, we're going to say equipment. Ah, it's a hero. 5, 6, 7, and I can't copy anything with this Plastic Man. What we're going to do, I guess we'll get White Lantern Power Battery. Yeah, we'll get that, because worst case scenario, even if we don't use it, we can use Plastic Man to copy it at a time when one is available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's a little better. Alright, so Hero of the Future, 2, and he's going to get +2 for all defense cards I play or have played this turn. 7, 8, 9, 10, so that's another defense, that's 11, 12. And then this can copy an equipment. We'll copy Helmet of Fate, so that's 13, 14, copies defense, making this 15, 16. 16 is more than enough to get rid of Parallax. I have 3 left over, which we will use to get... You know, we're going to get Batarang. No, we don't need Batarang. No need. We'll get a kick. One more kick. What's that going to hurt? What's it going to hurt? Okay. We got rid of a sizable number of villains already. And it's because of Green Arrow's ability. Making them all a bit cheaper makes it all a lot easier. Imagine that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, no defense cards, so we're going to have to deal with whatever is about to happen. Legion of Doom. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, and 3. John Constantine. Need that one. Hero cards lose all attacks and have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy a hero in hand. Perfect. I've got Dead Man, which I'm more than willing to destroy. Lex Luthor. This attack cannot be avoided. Each player gains X weaknesses, where X is equal to the highest VP among cards in their hand. Our highest is 1, so we're just going to gain 1 weakness. We're going to discard a punch to trigger Green Arrow, which is enough to get rid of Ocean Master. So we discard the punch to make villains 2 cheaper. This one costs 2, so he's just free. Goodbye, Ocean Master. Then we are going to destroy Dead Man right from our hand to get rid of Legion of Doom. That's already over. Alright. I should have played this first to get 3, but I didn't, so I'm only going to get 2. We will play Quiver of Arrows. Look at this card. We will discard that punch. So 2, 3 power total. It's not much, but you know what? We did get a lot done this turn. We got rid of the only villain in the lineup, and we got rid of the Crisis. We'll get a kick and call that a turn. New card coming out. Man, I really don't like those Power of the Reds. Let's just stack those over here, or I don't have to look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, House of Mystery. Whenever I play a card of cost 5 or greater, during each of my turns, I get to draw a card. Fantastic. Then we'll play Canary Cry to draw a card. Get that kick. We will play Power of the Green, which is now worth 3. 4, 5, 6. I could discard this, but it's not going to do anything for Lex Luthor. So 7. I want John Constantine, so I'm going to get me a John Constantine. You bet your butt. Next card coming out. Alright, Parasite, he shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem at all. I do have one weakness now. I'm gonna have to find a way to destroy that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing? There's that weakness. Alright, I can draw a card. There we go. 3 power. 4, 5, 6. We will discard this punch to make villains 2 cheaper. And these 2 aren't going to do anything this particular turn. So he's going to cost 2 of that 6, so he's only 4 left. We'll use that 4. Oh, you know what? Did we do House of Mystery? I don't think we did. Because that's 1, 2, 3. Maybe we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. I should have had 7 because that should have been a draw and that should have been a draw. So I will draw one more card actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 2 off of this guy. So instead of 8, so instead of 4, he costs 2. So I have 6 left over. And with that 6, we will buy any of these. Yeah, we'll get Crimson Whirlwind. That's a good card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's a good hand. Let's go ahead and do John Constantine. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Draw one of them. Put the other on top of your deck or destroy it. We're going to draw this punch. Leave him there. Then we're going to use Animal Man and say, hey, this is a hero. And it is. Actually, I should have drawn a card because of John Constantine. Whoops. Alright, so that's 2, 4, 5. Copy. Well, not yet. 6, 7. Just checking out what cards I have in my discard pile before I continue. Okay. We're going to copy Helmet of Fate to get to 8, 9. Discard Punch to get 2 off villains, so we can pay 9 for Luthor instead of 11, and he is gone. Not bad. Pretty good turn. Pretty good turn. New card comes out. Magic. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're talking. We'll be magicking a lot of kicks. Do I have a defense card? No defense cards. Let's see what happens here. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1. They're really filling that up this turn. 2, 3. I never thought of this combo. Daughter of Gotham City is going to go very well with Green Arrow. Superpowers lose all text and have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy a superpower from hand. That's not too bad. Then Black Manta. Black Mana costs 3 more to defeat for each equipment in the lineup. There is 1, 2, 3 out there right now. Each player puts all equipment from his hand into the lineup. There is none right now. So that is fine. So we do have Manhunter. We are going to discard this punch to make Manhunter 2 cheaper. We're going to play this punch. So that's 1, 2, 3. Goodbye, Manhunter. Then we're going to destroy this kick from hand to get rid of Kryptonite Meteor. Each player must destroy a superpower in his hand. So that's done. Okay. That's progress. So no power right now. But 1, 2, and we can copy a equipment. We'll copy Helmet of Fate. Right? Yeah, we're going to copy Helmet of Fate. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 power. With that 4 power, we're going to get Daughter of Gotham City, and we're going to get Quiver of Arrows. Each for their own reason. We got Daughter of Gotham City because I want to get those punches into my hand to trigger Green Arrow. And we got Quiver of Arrows because it's cheap and easy to bring the price of Black Mana down. Black Mana costs 3 more for each equipment in the lineup. This equipment costs 1. Buying him for 1's a lot cheaper than paying 3 more for Black Mana. New card coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Here we are. Bow Staff is going to be a 3 for me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I can draw a card because of House of Mystery. Look at the top card. I may discard it. Shuffle up this discard pile. We're at 12 power. Look at the top card. I can discard it. Come on. Yeah, we'll discard that kick. It's 12, 13, 14 is my total. So, can I get black mana for that? No, because I've got 2 equipment right now. So, with that 14, we'll get rid of Killer Frost, leaving us with 10. We'll get Magician's Corset, leaving us with 5. We'll get Batarang, leaving us with 3. And that's it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. It happens. Don't say it doesn't. Alright, new card coming out. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we are. Not the best hand. What can we do here? Let's see what's in my discard pile right now. Meh. Okay, we're going to use Plastic Man, and we're going to copy Magician's Corset. Choose any number of players. Each of those players draws a card, and plus 1 power for each player who draws a card this way. So that's 1 power. We're going to look at the top card of our deck. We may discard it. We will not. 2, 3, we're going to say it's an equipment, which it is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and because of House Mystery, we can draw a card. 10. Now, with that 10, is that enough? Yeah, there's no equipment out here, so Black Manta is defeated. No problem. This deck's going very smoothly for me. I'm liking Green Arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have a defense card? I do not. So let's just deal with that, I guess. Let's see what happens. Our new crisis is Untouchable Villain. At the start of your turn, put the top card of the main deck into the lineup. If it's not a villain, discard a card. Each player must destroy 8 cost worth of cards in hand. Okay. And Sinestro. Sinestro costs 3 more to defeat for each hero in the lineup. First appearance deck, each player puts all heroes from his hand into the lineup. Yikes, I can't defend against that, so we're going to lose Amazon Warrior and Plastic Man. Those are 2 good cards. 2 good cards indeed. So, at the start of my turn, I have to add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. If it's not a villain, discard a card. So we have to put Kyle Rayner out there. We're going to discard this punch. We will, for the start of our turn, use Green Arrow's ability and discard this punch to get rid of Deadshot. Then we're going to play Power of the Green, which is going to be 3 power, and we're going to buy Plastic Man back. No, yes, we want Plastic Man back. That's what we want. That's what's happening. Alright, new card comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the second card for Untouchable Villain. It's not a, so I have to discard a card. We're going to discard this punch. Okay. So, reveal the top card, 2 cards of your deck. Draw one of them, put the other on top of your deck, or destroy it. We're going to draw Daughter of Gotham City. Since this costs 5 or more with House of Mystery, we are going to draw another card. Then we'll play Daughter of Gotham to put 2 punch cards from my discard pile into my hand. We will play Canary Cry to draw another card. And our total right now is 1 power, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this battery does nothing. But with that 6, we will... yeah, we're going to get Magic, I think. No, we're going to get Warrior Princess. It's a nice expensive card that I could live without and sacrifice for getting rid of Untouchable Villain if need be. We need to buy all of the heroes we can also to make Sinestro make a little bit more of a reasonable power demand. Alright, let's see how we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we got? Okay, well, we have to do a new card coming out for Untouchable Villain. It's not one of those. We have to discard a card. We'll just discard this punch. Now, to beat Untouchable Villain, there are no villains out here. Must destroy 8 cost worth of cards in my hand. 8 cost worth of cards. So we're going to destroy, yeah, Warrior Princess and Kick. Goodbye. Those are gone, so Untouchable Villain is gone. Never get to play a Warrior Princess, and this is just more proof of that. Okay, look at the top card. I may discard it. We will discard that. 1, 2. That's it. I got 2 power. We're going to get Hawk Girl just to make Sinestro a little more reasonable priced. New card comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What do we got here? Magician's Corset. I can draw a card and get 1 power. And because it costs 5 or more, it triggers House of Mystery to draw another card. Then we'll play John Constantine. It'll reveal the top 2 cards of my deck, draw one of them, put the other on top of your deck, or destroy it. We're going to destroy this punch. We're going to start bringing those punch numbers down again. We are going to copy that Magician's Corset to get another card drawn. So that is 1, 2 now. That's it. 3, 4. Draw another card. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? No, not 9. 7. Sorry, where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Counting up now defenses. 11, 12, 13, 14. We will discard Punch to make him 2 cheaper. So that's 16 basically towards Sinestro. Do we have enough heroes out there? We have too many heroes. So really it's just 14 right now. We're going to get rid of Kyle Rayner because he's great. Duh. We're going to get rid of Daughter of Gotham because she's usable. Duh. And we're going to get rid of Animal Man because we already have him and we're pretty happy with him. Now we're at a point where we have a reasonable number of heroes out there that we can actually beat Sinestro. Let's see how that goes. New card coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're going to right off the bat discard this punch to make villains 2 cheaper. Look at the top card of our deck. We may discard it. No, we won't. We'll play Daughter of Gotham City to get 2 punches from my discard pile into my hand. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Villains are 2 cheaper, so he's gone. And I still have 5 power left over. With that 5 power, we'll go ahead and get another Animal Man. Get ourselves another Animal Man. New card coming out. Red Lantern Ring. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not perfect. He's not my favorite Lantern Ring, but you know what? He'll work. He will work. All right, 2, we're going to say hero? Nope, not going to work. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can discard this to get 2 off of villains. So that's 7, 8. That is 9, 10. But we still have Sonic Siren out here, so that's not going to happen. So instead it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we did trigger House of Mystery, though, to draw another card. 9, 10. Now, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then he's 2 cheaper. It's still 1 short because she adds 3. So we're going to get rid of her. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we still have 6 left over. With that 6, we'll get Metropolis. I was thinking about magic, but locations are going to help. So let's get those locations going. There's another magic anyway. I want both magics. I need them. Just magic a bunch of kicks and punches and just double down all over the place. I like magic. It's one of my favorite cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We're going to play White Lantern Power Battery. Gain all power rings from the lineup and put them into your hand. Then gain any card in the lineup and put that on top of your deck. Okay. Well, since we did that, we can put... Let's go ahead and put... What do we got? What do we want? I guess we can put any card on top of our deck. Let's put Shazam on top of our deck. I mean, why not? All right, we're going to copy. No, we're not. We're going to play. Well, since that costs 5 or more, it triggers House of Mystery to draw a card. So that's 1, 2. Reveal and play the top card of the main deck. That'll be 3, 4. 5, 6. We're going to discard this punch to get 2 off villains. 7, 8. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Leave 1 on top and destroy the other. Plus power equal to destroy power card's cost. We will destroy Plastic Man. So that'll be 3 power. So again, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I could copy Red Lantern Corps, but I don't think I want to, because we have more than enough to defeat Sinestro. So we're just going to beat Sinestro right out and move on without having to accidentally destroy a card I don't want to destroy. So there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was nervous. I'm nervous a lot of time with the Red Lantern Corps ring, because you never know what you're going to get. You don't want to make too many hard choices. I didn't want to destroy Plastic Man, but it was better than destroying Kyle Rayner. We have a new crisis, and it is Countdown. At the start of your turn, put a card with cost 1 or greater from your hand into the lineup. Your team must destroy cards in the lineup of cost 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. So let's go ahead and line this up then, huh? We have 3s, and we've got 2s. We got some 5s here. And we have some 4s. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 6 and a 7 out there. So at the start of our turn, we are going to add a card. We will add... I'm not going to add this Kyle Rayner. I've got other 7-cost cards I'd rather add. So we'll add this Kick. Oh, we have to do this first anyway. Each player puts his hand under his... No, we're not going to do that. We're going to defend with Helmet of Fate. You may this card, and any other number of cards to avoid this attack. If you do, draw cards up to the number of cards you discarded. Number of other cards you discarded. Okay. So we will discard these 2 punches to draw 2 more cards. That's alright. Okay. So we have to add a card for the beginning of our turn. We'll add this Kick, right? You know what? We're going to add Winged Warrior. We need something of cost 6. I like Winged Warrior. Maybe something else will come out, and we can just buy him back instead. But we do need a card of cost 6 out there. So we will play Kyle Rayner. He's 3 power. For each power ring in my discard pile or in my play this turn, I get plus 2 power. So that's 3. I know he's in here. 4, 5. And because it triggers House of Mystery, we get to draw another card. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. With that 12, we're going to buy Magic. And we'll go ahead and buy Flight. And we'll buy 1 power of the red. It's a lot of cards to buy for this point in the game, but I was feeling generous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to add a card to the lineup. Do I have one of cost 7? I do not. We're just going to add Quiver of Arrows at cost 1. And then that's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to play Daughter of Gotham City. So 1 and put 2 punches from my discard pile into my hand. Two, 3, and we'll say equipment. Am I right? No. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and plus 1 for each hero in my discard pile. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well, that's more than enough to do anything I really want to do out here, but we're just going to get the rot and call it a day. Alright, oh, gotta get Signature Trenchcoat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've covered my Signature Trenchcoat plan many times. I'm just going to do it again real quick. Basically, there are 2 copies of Signature Trenchcoat. And what they do is allow you to get cards from the destroyed pile. There is a crisis in here called Collapsing Parallel Worlds. And it unfortunately makes it so that you have to destroy pretty much at least half your deck. You can avoid it. I did yesterday. I managed to destroy absolutely 0 cards. That's fantastic. I didn't even know that was possible till yesterday. And in doing so, with a signature trench coat, you want to have one of those two on the other side of collapsing parallel worlds. Meaning, after you destroy a bunch of cards, as long as you have one signature trench coat in your new deck of cards, you can get those cards back. They're not gone forever. So we want to buy one signature trench coat and leave the other one out there for a while. Alright, first off, we will use Quiver of Arrows to look at this card and we may discard it. You know what, we will discard that. Then we'll play Canary to draw a card. Alright, 1-2, we'll say it's a hero. It is not. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With that 7, we'll get Signature Trenchcoat, and we'll get 1 kick. That's ended. I think that's going to be the end of the kicks. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have to add a card to the lineup. What do we got? Anything that costs 7? We do not. We will add Bow Staff. What happened to the kick we added earlier? I thought we added a kick up there. Maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Alright, we're going to put Metropolis out. Once during each of your turns, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a superpower, draw it. If not, I may discard it. We're going to discard it. Yep. And since that costs 5, House of Mystery is triggered, so we can draw a card. We're going to discard this punch to make villains 2 cheaper. Alright, 3 and draw a card. 4, 5. So we have 4, 5. I'm just not going to do that yet. And then we're going to do John Constantine. Reveal the top 2 cards in my deck. Draw 1, destroy the other, or leave it there. Again, we're at 5 power. Reveal 2 cards. We will... we'll draw Hawk Girl, and I think we're going to destroy Quiver of Arrows. Alright, and then 6, 7, we'll say Hero. It is not. And then just 8 here. With that 8, we got 2 off of him, so he only costs 3, leaving us with 5, which we will buy Bow Staff with. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing here? New card comes out. It costs 2. I have to add a card to the lineup. We're going to add this kick. Then we're going to trigger Metropolis. Look at this. Is it a superpower? It is not. We will leave it there. We will play Power of the Green for 3 power. 4, 5. I forgot what this was. I'm going to say superpower. Ah, it was a hero. Oh well. So 3, 4, 5. Look at the top 2 cards. No, we're not going to do that. We don't need to do that. 6. With that 6, we'll go ahead and buy Hawk Girl and Bow Staff. Alright, new card comes out. It costs 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing? We have to add a card to the lineup. We could do White Lantern Power Battery, but I think I want to add Shazam. Nah, we're going to do White Lantern Power Battery. And since there's all 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, we're going to get rid of it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and we'll get rid of Katana for 2. That is done. No more final countdown. We're going to trigger Metropolis. Look at this. Is it a superpower? It is, so we will draw it. We will play Canary Cry, and we'll draw a card. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to copy an equipment. Let's copy... Oh, what do we want to copy? We'll copy Magician's Corset here. So that'll be 5 power, and I can draw a card. We're going to discard this punch to get 2 off villains. I forgot where we are power-wise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to magic this kick to get to 10, 11, and we already got 2 off of villains, so he only costs us 9, so we have 2 left over, which we will use to buy Flight. Don't really want Flight that badly. I mean, it's an okay defense card, but adding it to Hero of the Future helps a lot. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's figure this out. New card comes out. Do we have a defense card? We do not, so let's see what happens to us. Alternate reality. At the start of your turn, destroy all heroes in your hand. Gain that many random villains from the destroyed pile and put them into your hand. To beat, each player must destroy 12 cost worth of heroes in their discard pile. Then, the Joker, which has a different attack in solo play, and it reads... I'm on the wrong page. There we go. It reads, discard a random card if its cost is 0, gain a weakness, and repeat this. Alright, let's see. I do have 2 0-cost cards in here, so this could go badly. Let's do this one. It is the hero. Okay, well, we don't have to destroy it. That actually kind of saved us. Alright, we're going to put the Rot out here. That's helpful. We're going to trigger Metropolis. Are you a superpower? You are not, but we will discard you. And we will play... What do we want to do? We have to destroy 12 cost worth of heroes in my discard pile. We can do that. That's 4. 5, 6. Can we do it? No, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go with 1, 2, and we can play this card. Oh, once in each of your turns, reveal a top card of your deck. If it's a villain, draw it. If not, I may discard it. We won't discard that. Yes, we will discard that. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 power this turn. We're going to go ahead and do our 12. We're just going to do 1, 2. I guess we could just destroy all of the Animal Mans, but I don't really want to. We're going to destroy... It's between these ones. So we're going to destroy 8. Yeah, that's it right there. There's all our... That's our 12. So 4, 8, 10, 12. 2 Hawkgirls, 2 Animal Mans. That's 12. Goodbye, alternate reality. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 power this turn, but we're not going to buy any of this stuff for 4 power. That's not going to happen. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we got? We will discard this punch in order to get 2 off villains. Then we'll play. You know what, we're going to play Power of the Ring to discard these 2 cards and then draw 2 cards. Then we'll play Daughter of Gotham and get 2 punches back into our hand. So we are at 1 power overall. 2, 3, 4, and put 2 more punches into my hand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And do I have the ring over here? I do. 10, 11. So that's 11 power with 2 off villain. So he only costs 8, leaving me with 3 power. We'll go ahead and buy a celebratory kick. I think that'll be my last kick for a while. My plan is to magic away most of those kicks. But I haven't seen many magic cards. I know I had to destroy one, unfortunately. But we'll get that back when our signature trenchcoat comes around, which should be soon. I didn't see it this whole deck. It must be one of these last 4 cards or so. Must be. Just going to go ahead and get a drink real quick. Figure out what's next. I'm glad Yellow Lantern Core Ring is there. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to try and use that. There's Signature Trenchcoat. Do I have... I don't have a defense card, unfortunately. So our new crisis is Electromagnetic Pulse. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, 3. Equipment cards lose all tech, so I can't use Signature Trenchcoat, and have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy an equipment in his hand. And then our new villain is Brainiac. Each player discards a random card and then destroys the top X cards of the main deck, where X is the cost of said card. So we have to discard a random card and destroy the top card of the main deck for the cost of each of those cards. So we'll go with this one, which costs 4. Yep, so 4 cards being destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2 of those are villains, but 2 of them I want to point out were Indigo Tribe and Starbolt, which are great cards. So that's really unfortunate. We're going to start our turn with Metropolis. Are you a superpower? You are not. We may discard you, though, so we will. I can destroy a card in the lineup and replace it. Yeah, we'll destroy Etrigan and replace him. So that's 2. This is only +1 power, so that's 3. 4, 5, which triggers the House of Mystery, so draw a card. 6, 7, 8. Goodbye to Strife, leaving this with 5 power. With that 5, we'll go ahead and buy Yellow Lantern Core. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have to destroy an equipment from hand, right? Yeah, still can't do this. So are you a superpower? You are, so we get to draw you. And then 1, 2, we're going to say, are you an equipment? You are not, so that's not happening. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. With that 9, we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves Apocalypse and Skeets. Didn't really need Apocalypse. I'm not going to have many villains, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I like having the locations just in case I need them. You never know. So I still don't have an equipment in my hand, so we still can't do that. We will ask for Metropolis. Are you a superpower? You are not, and we will discard you. We will play Shazam. So that's 2 power and play this card. 3 power. And we get to draw a card for House of Mystery. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to magic that kick. So that's 8, 9. And then 10, 11, 12. And where are you? 13, 14. 14 total. Okay. With that 14, we're going to get Force Field for 3. We're going to get Helmet of Fate for 3. And then we will stop there. Yeah, we'll stop there. New card comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we will destroy this Batarang to get rid of Electromagnetic Pulse, so that's over. Then we'll play Daughter of Gotham, yeah, to get 2 punches into our hand. Then we're going to play Metropolis. Are you a superpower? You are not. We will leave it there. So 1, 2, 3. Discard this punch to get 2 off villains. 4, 5. I'm just checking things out. Okay. And then we're going to do Red Lantern. Look at these 2 cards. Oh, we're keeping John Constantine. We're destroying another Plastic Man. So that's 3 power right there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, that does allow us to draw a card, though. Reveal 2 cards. Draw 1, destroy, or leave the other. We will leave that. 8, 9, and draw a card. 10, 11. We discard that punch to make him 2 cheaper, so he only costs 10. So we have 1 power left over, but we're not going to spend that. We beat Brainiac, and we're moving on. Fortunately, we had the destroy cards to do it. But you know what? That's perfectly fine. That's the name of the game, right? DC stands for Destroy Cards, right? Destroy Cards deck building game. I'm pretty sure that's it. It couldn't be Detective Comics deck building game. No, Destroy Cards Comics deck building game. That makes more sense. All right. Let's get everything ready. Just want to make sure, please, please, please get me a defense card. I have one. I have got two. I've got three to choose from. Nice. All right. Our new crisis is collapsing parallel worlds. Had to happen eventually. Why not now? Each player places all cards he buys or gains from the lineup under this card, including villains. Remove this crisis when there are 10 cards under this card. Okay. Deathstroke. Each player destroys a hero, supervillain, and equipment in his hand. You know what? We're going to defend against that. With what? With helmet. Yeah, we're going to defend with helmet. We're going to discard all three of these to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Helmet of Fate. Alright, we're going to discard this punch to get 2 off villains. Then we're going to do Metropolis. Are you superpower? You are not, so we will leave that. So that's 3, 4, 5. We have 2 off villains, so Jervis Tetch only costs us 1, so we have 4 more. With that 4, I was hoping to get some kind of symbiosis going, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Let's go ahead. We'll get a kick. We'll get a kick, and we'll leave it at that. No more kicks for this pile, though. Oop, nope, Metropolis stays. New card comes out. Soul Taker Sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These aren't great cards to start a deck on. Not gonna lie. Alright. Apocalypse, you're out here. So first off, Apocalypse, are you a villain? No. We'll leave it there. Oh wait, how much do you... Okay. We're going to then do John Constantine. Look at these 2 cards. Draw 1 and destroy... We'll draw Daughter of Gotham. We're going to destroy Head of the Future. Hero of the Future, which makes sense, I swear. You'll understand later. So, 1 and get to draw 2 punches from my discard pile. Oh, I forgot. Because I played John Constantine, I get to draw a card because of House of Mystery. So, what are we at 1 power? We're going to play Red Lantern Corps. Reveal these 2 cards. We will destroy Power of the Green. So that would be 4 power. 5, 6. We will destroy Deadman. 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. With that 11, we will buy Flight. Yes, yes, Flight. And we'll get Captain Atom. And I think that's all we can afford for 11. Yes, yes. New card comes out. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something exciting there. Okay, first off, Daughter of Gotham, 1 power, and I get to put 2 punches from my discard pile into my hand. We will discard a punch now to make villains 2 cheaper. So that's that. We will see, are you a villain? You are not. We will leave you there. Can I draw a card anyway? Any way for me to draw a card? There is. So we will play Kyle Rayner. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's see, do we have any rings? Yes, 5, 6. And since he costs 5 or more, that triggers House of Mystery to draw that. 7, 8, 9, and then we'll see, are you a superpower? You are not, we will leave you there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He only cost me 5 because we discarded a card earlier, so we have 10 left over. With that 10, we're going to go ahead and get Soul Taker Sword and Captain Atom. Those 2 should feed each other, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're almost there. Almost there. New card comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we are going to play this weakness, which triggers the Rot, so I can draw a card. 1, 2. 3 with a drawn card. I can get a card of cost 5 or less from the destroyed pile. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves Hero of the Future. So we're at 1, 2, 3. Put a hero of our choice on top of our deck. What are we at? 1, 2, 3. Discard this punch to make 2 off of villains. 4, 5. So he's easy. That's 1. How are we doing up there? I guess we should probably just finish this, right? We'll end up keeping a few cards. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I think that's 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How much power did we have this turn? We have 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. So we're gonna go ahead and buy both of these, finishing that off. And we have to say goodbye to all of these cards, unfortunately. This whole deck here is gone. Now, unfortunately, that means Green Arrow is basically useless now. We don't really have... I guess we could, using the signature trench coat we have in there, end up in a situation where... we have punches coming back to us. I think that's the only way that's going to be possible. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Alright, so it's not really my strongest hand. I've had better ones, let's say that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My strongest deck, I should say. Let's see what we can do here. That's alright, I can work with this. Yeah. So, first off, we're going to draw a card. Oh, we're going to say, are you a villain? You are, so we just draw it. And then we'll say, are you a superpower? You are not, so we leave it. But then we draw a card. That's 1 power. We play the weakness, triggering the rot, so we draw another card. So things are going smoothly so far. We used all of our locations except for House of Mystery. Oh, and Magician's Corset triggers House of Mystery, so we do draw a card there. So we are at 1 power. 4 power. I missed where I was. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at the top card of your deck. Destroy it or discard it. We will discard that. I forgot where I was again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. And then we're going to play Power of the Red to discard Talon and then draw another card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. Another defense card, right? Did we play any? There it is. 14, 15. With that 15, we're going to go ahead and beat Deathstroke and also get rid of Killer Croc. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. New card comes out. And we got to get ourselves a new hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There we go. We're going to take Rise of the Rot. At the start of your turn, gain a weakness, unless you reveal one from your hand. Each player must discard a weakness card. Also, remove the crisis if the weakness stack runs out. Very well. And the new villain is Hades, which we will defend against. Not even going to read it. We're going to defend with Flight. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. We're going to go ahead... Card from my discard pile on top of my deck, huh? Let's go ahead and put this weakness on top of my deck. So at the start of my turn, I can't reveal one from my hand, so we have to gain a weakness. Yikes. Then we play Signature Trenchcoat to gain a destroyed card, right? We're going to go ahead, probably gain Deadman. Would that make the most sense? Let's see, I had to destroy a bunch of cards. Let's see what's over here. You know what? I'm just going to pause this real quick while I look through this and go fill up my water. So I will be right back. Alright, we are back. I decided to gain John Constantine. I thought that was the best bet. So, we have 0 power from that. Let's see, are you a villain? You are not. Oh, we already know what that is. We're going to leave it there, that's right. So we're not going to use that, and we can't use these two. Well, we can get 2 power from each. So that's 4 power total, which isn't really going to get us anything. I guess we'll get kick. We might be able to magic a kick later. Call that a turn, right? Yeah. Oh, you know what? We played. That's right. We played. Where are you? I know I played you. I played Signature Trenchcoat. Oh, it cost 4. I thought Signature Trenchcoat cost 5. If that was the case, I would have been able to draw a card because of House of Mystery, and we could get rid of Rise of the Rot very quickly. But that is not the case. So, let's get through this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card comes out. There's another John Constantine. Great. We will reveal weakness from our hand, and that will be enough to say, hey, don't give me a weakness. Discard a weakness to get rid of it. Yep. That's gone. That's gone. We're going to play another Signature Trenchcoat. Let's see what we got in our discard pile. I should organize this a little bit. I could get a punch. With a punch, I'd start getting my abilities back. Fortunately, can't get Kyle Rayner. He's too expensive. Could get Daughter of Gotham City to start making those punches more valuable. Also, ooh, magic also. Oh, man, there's a few cards in here I really want. Could gain that, but that's not a good time for it. Maybe later. Plastic Man later would be good, too. Indigo Tribe. That's probably the one. Yep. Indigo Tribe. Right. We're going to go ahead and gain a punch this time, but Indigo Tribe's coming up shortly. That's for sure. We're going to say, are you a villain? It is not, and you know, we will discard that. And we'll say, are you a superpower? It is not, we will discard that. 3, 4, 5, and since that costs 5 or more, we can draw a card. 6, look at the top card. I can discard it or destroy it. I guess we'll discard it. So again, it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power. With that 7, we're going to go ahead and buy John Constantine. Let's get a new card out here. There's Signature Trenchcoat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get a lot of good cards back. I guarantee it. Alright, weakness. Wait, before we do that, let's do Quiver of Arrows. Look at the top card. I may discard it. You know what? We're actually going to leave it there. And then we're going to say, hey, are you a superpower? It is. We're going to play, well, 3 of these cards here and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then we're going to say, reveal the top 2 cards of my deck. There we go. Draw 1 and put the other on top or destroy. We're going to destroy this kick. We can gain a card of cost 4 or less from the lineup and put it into any player's hand. There we go. We can gain a destroyed card now. We're going to gain Indigo Tribe. And we have to shuffle things up now. Captain Atom was supposed to make it so that we also draw a card because of House of Mystery. So we draw a card for Captain Atom. We're at what? 0 power right now. Draw a card in 1 power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at the top card. I will not destroy that. But we will say... Oh, no, we won't. 7, 8. 8 power total. I mean, it's not much. It is enough to get Orange Lantern power ring, so that's good. Fortunately, Kyle Rayner is out. But we're in a situation where we can at least say, hey, played a bunch of cards, destroyed a few cards we didn't really want that much. I do want to get rid of Talon very badly. So hopefully we can do that soon. We'll play Captain Atom, just use that to gain Katana. So that's over. Then we're just going to play John Constantine. Look at these 2 cards. Draw 1. Destroy the other. We're going to play Skeets to put a hero of our choice on top of our deck. We're going to put John Constantine on top of our deck. What are we at power-wise? 0, 2, 3 power. So I'm not really getting a lot of power, which I'm not happy about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. We're going to play Weakness, which triggers the Rot, so we can draw a card. Then we're going to play Signature Trenchcoat to put a card of our choice from the destroyed pile into our discard pile. And we're going to put Daughter of Gotham City into our discard pile. Not the strongest card, but we're going to get a few more punches, and then it'll build up its momentum. We're using those punches to fuel green arrows. We're trying to get those back after we got rid of them from collapsing parallel worlds. So, where am I now? That is 0 power so far. Then, we're going to play John Constantine to reveal the top 2 cards of my deck. We can draw one and destroy the other. Just trying to shuffle everything up here. We'll split the deck there. Reveal these 2 cards. We're gonna draw Katana. You know what? No, we're gonna draw Captain Atom and destroy Katana. So, and that triggers House of Mystery to draw another card. We'll play Captain Atom to just gain strife. That's over. Then we'll say, are you a villain? You are not. We'll leave that there. Oh well. 2, discarding Punch to get 2 off villains this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still not enough to get rid of Hades. We are not getting high value hands here. We need to get more power. We're getting lots of abilities happening, but no power. Alright, new card coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing here? Yeah, I'm not in love with this hand. Imagine that. Let's go with John Constantine first. So, 1, 2, look at these 2 cards. We're going to draw Signature Trenchcoat and destroy Talon. Goodbye. Then we draw a card for him being cost 5 or more. Then we'll play Magician's Corset to draw another card. We'll do Quiver of Arrows. Look at this card. We may discard it. We'll leave it there. We'll say, hey, is there a superpower on top of my deck by chance? Hey, look, there is. We'll play Quiver of Arrows. We will discard Orange Lantern Power Ring, Sonic Siren, and Soul Taker Sword. Yes, yes, yes. Which allows us to draw 3 cards. And we are at what? 1 power so far. I'm just going to look at my discard pile real fast to try and make a plan. Yes, that's what we want to do. We're going to use Skeets to put a card on top of our deck. We're going to put Sonic Siren on top of our deck. Use Jervis Tetch. Look at the top card of your deck. Destroy it or discard it. We're going to destroy Sonic Siren. I wasn't really using her ability. Let's get her out of my hand. Get her out of here. So 1, 2 power total. 3 and draw 2 punches from my discard pile. I think I've only got the 1. We're going to discard it to get 2 off villains this turn. 4. And I can gain another card from my destroyed pile. We're going to go ahead and get Magic, I think. So 4 power. Did we already do... We didn't do Are You a Villain? And it's not. We'll leave it there. Well, that's more than enough to get rid of Manhunter. We're getting these low number cards out of the way, but I need to generate power. That's what's not happening right now. That post-collapsing parallel worlds really didn't do me any favors. It didn't have a great selection of cards to choose from. How are we going to deal with this? Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, okay, well, we can at least do this. So, first off, are you a superpower? You are not. You're a hero. We will, in fact, discard you. You know what? No, we'll leave it there. Yeah, we'll leave it there. And we'll play Yellow Lantern Ring to draw a card. Very well. Then we'll say, are you a villain? You are not. We will leave you there, though. So that's 2 power. Then we can gain a card. We'll just gain this power of the green. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even if I did my 9-10, I wouldn't be enough for Hades, so I might as well just gain a card from the destroyed pile. What should we be doing? I could get that force field. There's got to be something in here. I mean, I could just get a bunch of Manhunters. That's cool. Power of the Green. I mean, that's 3 every time it gets played, so having 2 of those isn't going to hurt. It's got to be 5 or less. Never mind. It's got to be 5 or less. We're going to go with Starbolt. That's a powerful card. Okay. New card comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haven't been too impressed lately. Green Arrow has been helping, but that's about it. Okay, we're going to play Weakness, which triggers the Rot, so I can draw a card. And then we're going to use Magic on that Weakness to destroy it. It's gone. Then we'll play John Constantine, reveal these 2 cards. We will draw Avatar of the Rot, and I think we're going to destroy Captain Atom. I don't really like it that much. And then we're going to go ahead and do what that triggers, actually. I'm sorry, that triggers House of Mystery to draw another card. Then we'll do John Constantine again. Reveal 2 cards. Oh, these aren't great. We'll draw Orange Lantern and destroy Quiver of Arrows. Yeah, I suppose that's what we're going to do. And then we'll play Power of the Red to discard 1, 2 cards, drawing 2 more cards. Still have 0 power this turn. We'll play Magician's Corset to draw a card and get 1 power. We can play Skeets to put a hero on top of our deck, or just draw a card. Do we have any heroes worth putting on top of our deck? I guess Hero of the Future is pretty good. So we'll do that. Yeah, we'll put Hero of the Future there, sure. So I forgot where we are power-wise. I think it's just the 1. 2, 3, 4. Discard this punch to take 2 off of villains. Still not going to get there. We're going to go ahead and use our power to get a card from the destroy pile of cost 5 or less. Another Magic, maybe. Maybe Plastic Man. That might be helpful. Think, you know what? I'm going to get Manhunter. Let's get Manhunter. Try and get a few Manhunters, and we'll see how that goes, stacking those abilities. And wait, how much power do I have again? Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 power total, looks like. Not enough to buy a new Genesis. New card coming out. 1, 2, 3, nothing there. Gotta shuffle it up. I don't have many cards. They all do things. They just don't generate power. That's the problem I'm having. I've got a few that generate power, but they don't generate much. They're not adding up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, there's a few. We can work with that. Alright, so let's actually start with, are you a villain? You are not. We'll leave you there, but are you a superpower? You are. So there's that. Skeets gets to draw a card. Here we go. Magician's Corset gets to draw a card, triggering also House of Mystery, which so we can draw another card. Then, what are we looking at here? 1 power. 2 power. You know what? Not yet. Sorry, 1 power. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5 power. Signature Trenchcoat we will use to get a Manhunter from the destroyed pile. Put it in our discard pile. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus power equal to the power of another card. We'll do Manhunter there, right? Yeah. 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. And anything here we want to destroy? Anything here at all? No, I don't really want to, so we won't use magic this turn. But 15, we'll get rid of Hades, finally. Felt like that took forever. Way longer than it should have, honestly. And let's figure out what's going to happen next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, do I have a defense card? All of those cards and not a single defense card. I went out of my way to make sure I had enough, and it didn't happen. Alright, new crisis. A death in the family. At the start of your turn, destroy a hero in the lineup. If there are none to destroy, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Each player must destroy a defense card in his hand. So I can't get rid of that this turn either. Man, I was off to a great start, and Green Arrow is just not working late game right now. Darkseid costs 3 more to defeat for each superpower in the lineup. Each player puts all superpowers from his hand into the lineup. I don't have any superpowers in my hand, so that is fine. Alright, start our turn. We will do John Constantine. Reveal. Wait, first off, at the start of your turn, destroy a hero in the lineup. If there are none, add a card to the lineup. Okay. Then we'll play John Constantine. So reveal these two. We will draw one and destroy or leave the other one. We will draw John Constantine, leaving John Constantine, but that triggers the rot to play another John Constantine. So 1, 2, and we will draw. We're going to draw the punch, actually, and leave flight and say, hey, because of Metropolis, are you a superpower? You are. And then let's just try Apocalypse now. Are you a villain? You are not, and we will discard you. So we're at 0 power so far. 1 power. Look at this card. Discard it or destroy it. We're going to discard that. We're not destroying that. So that's 1, 2. Gain a card of 4 or less from the lineup. We'll go ahead and gain Skeets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Discard punch here in order to... Oh, you know what? Let's go back. We're going back. Whoop. 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 Because I want to contribute this flight to Death in the Family. So we were at 1 power. We used this to get Skeets. So we're at 1 power. Discard this punch to get 2 off of villains. 2, 3 is enough to get rid of Red Lantern Corps. Can destroy this flight to get rid of a Death in the Family since there's no more villains. So that is 1, 2, 3, but that's all spent. It's all spent on Red Lantern Corps. 3 power, and I can gain a card from the destroyed pile. I think we're going to go ahead and gain another Manhunter. I think we're going to start shifting towards Manhunter instead of the punches for Green Arrow. I'm just going to get another Manhunter out here. With that 3 power, we're going to go ahead and gain a kick. Just something to feed our magic ability. Just magic with kick is 4 power in a turn. That's a pretty good combo. Pretty good combo. Green Lantern Power Ring. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Get more power rings. It's too bad that Kyle Rayner got destroyed by collapsing parallel worlds. Really is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing? Not great. Okay. For this turn, we are going to play this. We're going to discard 1, 2, 3. No, we're not. We're going to discard 1 and 2 cards. 1, 2. You may gain an equipment of cost 5 or less from the lineup and put it into your hand. If you choose not to, plus 2 power. Okay. 2 power. 4 power. We're going to go ahead and gain Canary Cry. That triggers House of Mystery to draw a card. Then we'll say, are you a superpower? You are not. We'll leave it there. Are you a villain, though? You are. So, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We can finally get rid of Darkseid. That's over. That actually went much faster than I thought it would compared to the last few. We've got about 2 villains left. We know Crisis Anti-Monitor is the last one. Let's just see what we're up against until then. 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and get our villain out here, I guess. And our new of Crisis is Atlantis Attacks. At the start of your turn, resolve all villain attacks in the lineup against you. If there are no attacks, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. To beat, each player must discard 3 non-starter cards with different card types. Ooh, not going to happen this turn. Then it's Captain Cold. Can we defend against that? We will. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, you may put a hero from your discard pile into your hand or draw a card. Let's see, what heroes do we have in my discard pile that would be worth having on this? Don't Daughter of Gotham's pretty good. Let's go with her. No, there's no punches in my discard pile, so what's she going to accomplish? Maybe Captain Atom? He's not going to help here. We're going to go with Hero of the Future. Put him right into my hand. Okay, so at the start of your turn, resolve all villain attacks. If there are none, add a card to the lineup. So there we go. We will start our turn by saying, hey, are you a villain? You are not. You're an equipment. We will leave you there. We're going to play... We're going to discard this punch to get 2 off all villains. Then we're going to say 1, and are there manhunters in my discard pile? There are not, so he's just 1 power. 2, 3. Copying that for 4, 5. And we're going to go ahead and gain another card from the destroyed pile. We're going to gain... what should I get? Maybe defense cards? Should I look to see if there's more Manhunter? Should I get a punch card to feed Green Lantern? A few different options. I think we're going to go the Manhunter route. It's been working very well for us so far. Are there any more Manhunters available? If there's no Manhunters, we're going to go with a punch card just to feed Green Lantern's ability as much as possible. I don't think I've seen any Manhunters. Did we get all of them? Oh, there we go. There's another one. In fact, I'm going to move the other one here to the top of the deck so this happens as much as possible. Okay. So again, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She costs 2 less, so she's only going to cost us 3. That's okay. Not a great turn. Not a great turn at all, but it's another turn, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are no villains, so we'll go ahead and we'll put card out. There we go. How do we want to handle this? First off, we'll say, hey, are you a superpower? You are not. We will leave you there. Skeets. We'll draw a card, yeah. Then we'll say, are you a villain? You are not, and we will leave you there. But we will play Magician's Corset to draw a card, and because she costs 5 or more, we can draw another card. So that's 1 power. Then reveal 2 cards. We'll do John Constantine, leave this one here, and then John Constantine again, reveal 2 cards. Ooh. We'll take Signature Trenchcoat and leave Magic. We're going to leave Magic for next turn. So again, we are at 1 power total. 2. And I think there's only 1 Manhunter in my discard pile. Oh no, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. With that 17, we have to count our power, so 13, 18, 19, 20 power. What am I doing? I could have long ago beat Atlantis attacks, and we didn't. Wasted my time. Gain another card from the destroyed pile. Gain another Manhunter at least. Get rid of Jervis Tetch. Buy New Genesis. I think that's going to be our turn. I really should have just gotten rid of Atlantis attacks. I really wasted that turn. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know why you're watching this. I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. Got a lot of power, but at what cost? At what cost? Well, it wasted a turn. That's what the cost was. Just wanted to see how much power I could get. I got greedy. Gotta try and play the game. So we have to beat Atlantis attacks. There are no attacks right now. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to get rid of Talon. So we will discard a punch to take 2 off the cost of villains. So goodbye to Talon. Then we have to discard 3 cards of different types. We will discard Manhunter, New Genesis, and Magic. Discarding those 3 cards gets rid of Atlantis attacks. So that's done. And then that'll be 1, 2, 3 power. And then we'll say, hey, are you a superpower? You are not. We'll leave you there. We'll use Raven with that 3 power. And ta-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's something like my last turn should have gone. In fact, I probably could have beat Captain Cold and that in the last turn if I was smart. But you know, I'd have to be smart for that. So, we're going to go ahead with Skeets and put a hero on top of our deck. Right? Is that what we want to do? Or do we want to just draw a card? Let's go ahead and just draw a card. Why not? Then we're going to play Skeets, put a hero on top of our deck. Then we're going to play Black Canary, and we can put a villain on top of our deck or draw a card. We're going to draw a card. So, that's all that's happened so far. 1, and draw a card. Then we're going to say, are you a superpower? You are not. As equipment, we'll leave it there. Still haven't played anything greater than 5, so that hasn't worked. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, we have to discard this. 5, and 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. With that 10, we beat Captain Cold, so he's not a problem anymore. There we go. Almost at the last one now. My deck is starting to take off post collapsing parallel worlds. It was not in a great state, but we're getting back into it. Getting back into a good flow. So, our new crisis is Wave of Terror. At the start of your turn, discard all cards that share the lowest cost in your hand. Each player discards a random card from his hand. Remove this crisis. In fact, I think this one's different for Solo. At the start of your turn, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Remove this crisis if each of those cards has cost 1 or greater. Well, there's a few punches in here, but hopefully they're not one of these 3 cards. There's a chance, but hopefully that's not the case. And then we have Crisis Anti-Monitor. Whenever a hero is added to the lineup, each player puts a weakness from their stack on top of the deck. He costs 1 more for each blah blah in the lineup, each card in the lineup. Also, for solo play, we have to add an additional card out there for every turn Crisis Anti-Monitor is in play. So there's that. So just about at the end here, I have to discard all cards that share the lowest cost in my hand, which is 4. So just this 1 card. I can live with that. And then to beat it, I have to discard the top 3 cards of my deck, and Wave of Terror is gone if none of these cost 0. Great, these are gone. Wave of Terror is over. Not so bad. I have lived through worse Wave of Terrors, haven't you? We're going to go John Constantine first. Reveal these 2 cards. Draw 1. We're going to draw Manhunter, and we're going to leave... Yes, we're going to leave Hero of the Future on top. Because of House of Mystery, we get to draw a card now. Now we're going to say, hey, are you a villain? You are, so we get to draw it. Okay. And then we're going to say, hey, are you a superpower? You are not. We'll actually leave you there. Then we'll play Magician's Corset, and we get to draw a card. I can gain an equipment of cost 5 or less from the lineup and put it into my hand if I choose not to, plus 2 power. We're going to gain Skeets. We can put a hero on top of our deck, or we can draw a card. We're going to go ahead and draw a card. We'll play Daughter of Gotham, put up to 2 punches from my discard pile into my hand. We're going to discard said punch. Because of Green Arrow, villains now cost 2 less to defeat. So we're at 1, 2 power total. He costs 2 less to defeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then count our other Manhunters. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, count our defense cards. 17, 18, 18, boom, Starbolt. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 power. He costs 2 less, so he's actually 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 25 power does it. He is defeated with actually a pretty strong hand. I really like playing Green Arrow. Like I said, this is probably the first time I've ever played as him, even though I've had this pack for years. I really liked it. I didn't think he'd be as effective in solo play as he ended up being, but I used him very often. As you saw at the very beginning of the game, I got rid of pretty much all of the villains every turn. And each of these villains I used the punch on. I don't think there was a single villain I didn't use his punch ability on to defeat. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. I hope you try Green Arrow. I hope you try Solo Crisis games. If you like Solo Crisis games, you should check out the link below to learn more about what the Solo Crisis League is. I'll give a quick summary for the 1000th time, just in case you don't know yet. The Solo Crisis League takes the Crisis expansions of the DC deck building game. It's a league I run. There's a Discord, there's all sorts of info below more, but usually how Crisis mode works is it's a co-op game, and when you play solo, you play solo. It has a win-lose condition at the end. You either win or you lose. There's no points, there's no grading, there's nothing like that. We take that win-lose condition, we take a few other measurable stats throughout the game, and then we rank you at the end of each week. Each week there's a new round where you get to play 3 games with 3 different heroes, the same setup. You're ranked that week against all the other players in the league, and you get scored. So then 5 rounds, so that's 5 weeks, makes a season. And then so there's a season leaderboard, there's a round leaderboard, and then beyond that, we're now in season 3, there's an overall leaderboard that encompasses all past games. It's a lot of fun. I love running it, I love playing it every week, and it allows me to do things I don't normally do. I don't usually mix up the Crisis sets. I've really enjoyed Crisis 1 of Heroes Unite because Heroes Unite is a strong base deck, and Crisis 1 doesn't work like Crisis 2. There's a few different mechanics to it that make it, I guess Crisis 2 is built for the stronger deck. So Crisis 1 with Heroes Unite makes it so that they're a little bit easier to defeat, but the most important difference is that there's no immortal villain at the beginning. Without immortal villain, you can get strong cards really early in the game, which has made all the difference in my last 2 attempts. Green Arrow, I'd highly recommend. I'm probably going to give him more shots than I have in the past because that was far more effective. I don't know why I've never used him with Crisis 1. If you use him with Crisis 1, his ability, paired with Green Arrow's bow, would take 4 points off any villain, any supervillain. That's fantastic. I don't know why I've never considered it before, but I will now. I hope you will too. If you like the game mat as much as it's covered now, I make that. It's on my Etsy store. There's a link below. Imagine that. Crazy. Thanks for watching. And you all have a good night.